Hello candidates, I am Safra the Great, not just the great, but the greatest among the smartest. Saka tisingapedze nguwa ngatiye tipindire mubvunzo uri papi, mubvunzo uri panapa. Saka question yati find the lowest common multiple of 108, 216 and 640, 48. And if you want to find the lowest common multiple of any given number, the first thing to do is to express the given numbers as a product of their prime factors in index form. So let's go and express these numbers as part of their prime factors in index form. Takati tinogadzira muchinji kwa yedu toti 108, then panapa 216, then panapa 648. Saka tiri panapa takati chekutanga, you are going to find the smallest prime factor of 108. Kalongo uchifollow kwa patakatanga, I think chinjonzi prime factor wakuchiziwa. Saka nasa nani je utendi chese ndichitana ngoni. So the smallest prime factor of 108 is 2. 2 into 10 I'm like 5. Then 2 into 8 I'm like 4. Then the smallest prime factor of 54 is 2. 2 into 5 I'm like 2. Remember 1. Then 2 into 14 I'm like 7. The smallest prime factor of 27 is 3. 3 into 27 it's 9. Then the smallest prime factor of 9 is 3. 3 into 9 is 3. Smallest prime factor of 3 is 3. 3 into 3, 1. Panapa teta say tapeza napo. Satapeza ni panapa takwenda papi panapa. Tautanga the smallest prime factor ya 216. It's 2. Then 2 muna 20. Aba muna 20 wanamlangan amlaga 10. Remember 1. Then 2 into 16 amlaga 8. Then the smallest prime factor of 108 it's 2. 2 into 10 amlaga 5. Then 2 into 8 amlaga 4. The smallest prime factor at 54 it's 2. 2 into 5 amlaga 2. Remember 1. 2 into 14 amlaga 7. Smallest prime factor at 7 is 3. 3 into 27 amlaga 9. Smallest prime factor 9 into 3 again. 3 into 9 is 3. Smallest prime factor of 3 is 3 again. 3 into 3 1. Then tabe 648. Then smallest prime factor 648 it's 2 again. So 2 into 6 amlagangan ka 3. Then 2 into 4 amlagan a 2. Then 2 into 8 amlaga 4. Then the smallest prime factor of 324 again it's 2. Then 2 into 3 amlaga 1. Remember 1. 3 amla 12 amlaga ka 6. Then 2 amla 4 amlagan ka 2. The smallest prime factor of 162 again is 2. So 2 into 16 amlaga ka 8. Then 2 into 2 amlaga ka 1. Then the smallest prime factor of 81 it's 3. Then 3 into 81. 3 into 81 is 3 into 81 amlaga 27. Sapamba pachalo sana kutoka tagira 3 into 81. You so 3 into 81 it's 20, it's 27. The smallest prime factor of 27 is 3. 3 into 27 it's 9. The smallest prime factor of 9 is 3. 3 into 9 3. Smallest prime factor of 3 is 3. 3 into 3 1. Then tapeza ku express some numbers it is part of their prime factors. But ngachenisa ku index form. Sata akwata kunira 108 wedu are equal to 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2 times 3 to the power times 3 to the power 2, then times okay. So it's 2 to the power 2 times 3 to the power 2. Sorry, it's 3 to the power 3, not to the power 2, because and a 3 1, 2, 3. Then 216 is equals to 2 to the power 3, then times 3 to the power 3. Then to pana 640 pana 648 is equals to 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 3 times 3 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3 to the power g times 3 to the power 4. Right, second tendre pana partition sa part e pose pasa sababa amuzone zvakara sei zvakanaka. Right, now mudzima part ipi part inoi. Right, we have expressed our numbers as part of their prime factors in index form. Saka chasara takuda L.C.M. Takuda L.C.M. By L.C.M. takati we are going to pick the highest power of each and every factor involved. zokuti number iri common or is common atine nazo tinoconsider ma factors ese but tichitora ma highest power. Sapana 2 mombe ndiani tina 2 to the power 3 then times kopana 3 mombe ndiani the 3 to the power 1 the 3 to the power 4 then 2 to the power 3 it's 2 times 2 times 2 which is equals to 8. Then 3 to the power 4 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 then which is equals to 81. So if we multiply 8 times 81 we are going to get 648. So that's the LCM of 108, 216 and 648. Ndo namba diki inopindwa na 108 na 216 na 648 wacho tatenda.